pleased to be joined by a special guest and really important guest with Music New Brunswick. I like to hype up the guests, you know. Jean Surette coming back, Executive Director for Music New Brunswick. How you doing?
Great, thanks.
That's awesome. So, a huge festival coming up next week. Huge.
Yeah.
The Festival 506 in Moncton. So take us through what it's going to be.
Well, it's our annual event. So we do this once a year in October, and basically it's a showcasing event for artists from New Brunswick. It's also a conference where we provide panelists and different subjects of discussion. We try to get people together and learn things. But essentially it's 3 days, a fourth kind of half day. But the main things are the awards that we give out, between 20 and 25 awards, depending on every year. It kind of changes a bit. And then the showcases. This year we have just about 35 artists. That'll be playing on Friday night and Saturday night on two different stages, and actually 3 different stages. And it's an event that moves around. This year it's in Moncton. 2 years ago it was also in Moncton, and last year in Miramichi. But it's our main it's the main thing that we do when it comes to showcasing our artists, and it takes quite a bit of time to put together, but it's coming together nicely.
Yeah, the key word that you said is showcase of all the musical talent that we have here in New Brunswick that maybe some people may not know, but you know, if you want a great chance to go see it, it is this weekend. 2 big showcase days and the awards on the Thursday, which is the first night. So why are the awards on the first night? Why not at the end?
Well, it started out, actually ECMAs did it one year, and I thought that was kind of cool. What I like about it is that it starts out the event with a bang. It's on Thursday. It brings people together on the Thursday, and it provides us with a bit of media coverage, because it's obviously we want to get the word out that the event's going on. It's fairly cheap to go to the shows. I mean, there's a passport, the fan pass, what we call it. Hey, you got them right there. Yeah,
right here. Yeah.
Look at this.
Right there.
So this is the fan pass. It's $25. It gets into all the shows. It doesn't get you into the awards, but it gets into all the showcases. And then this is the passport, which is $40, and it gets you into all the shows and all the conferences. So it's really, and you can get everywhere. Yeah. So that you can buy off of our website or on site. But basically, it gives us some promotion in the media that, you know, these are the winners and Festival 506 is happening. Before, when we do it on Sunday, we'd plow through the weekend, and then Sunday would arrive, and we're, you know, already almost at the end of our rope, and then we'd have to do the awards, right? So, which was still fun. It was a good time, but I kind of like it on the Thursday. Right.
Yeah, it tees everything up, and then everyone can set up the performances that are going through the weekend. So Friday and Saturday, various places around Moncton. What are some of the names that people can expect to see?
Well, there's 2 main venues: Tidenboer Ballroom and the Salle Bernard Leblanc at the Aberdeen Cultural Centre. We're also using the Empress Theatre. That's part of the Capitol Theatre. And we also have a members lounge, which is at Plan B, and that's kind of a last-minute thing. But we have some cheat sheets here, because there are so many artists playing at the event. But we have
it is loaded. I mean, I saw this list today too, and there's so many different artists.
But basically, what we try to do is program a good balance of emerging artists that are just getting their first chances at showcasing and then learning what it means to showcase, because a showcase is not like a full concert, right? It's 20 minutes or 30 minutes. In these cases, they're 30-minute sets, and quick changeovers. So, like in an evening, you'll get to see a lot of our artists. So, like, when we talk about, let's say, artists that we know of, that names that we recognize, you know, the Divorcees, the Motor League, Georges Béliveau, the Backyard Devils. Maybe let's see here, who else? And so, like, maybe we can go to artists like Little You, Little Me from St. John, which are a really great hard rock band. The Galpines, who are always fun to see, and sometimes inappropriate, but always a good time.
Yeah, that one's kind of, they were on this show, and they fortunately played their most family-friendly song. Right. Yeah. but it really was a picket of a couple. So.
Yeah, it's part of what they do. You know, it's like
it is. It's great shtick.
Yeah, and we try to give and Andy Brown will be there as well. Seconde Nation, Danny Boudreau, and then some emerging artists like lad and lasses from St. John. They're kind of a trad folk thing they're really cool. Émilie Côté is a solo singer-songwriter who's just starting out. I think she's still in high school. And she won a contest last year, and we have an affiliation with Les Accros de la Chanson, and the winners of that contest get a free showcase. So her and Fascinante, who are from Caraquet, they're coming down for the show. So, you know, there's a bit of everything. There's some folk, there's some country, there's some hard rock, there's some bluegrass and singer-songwriters. There's no hip-hop this year. There's not a lot of metal. We program based on what we receive as applications. So if we're really, like a couple of years ago, we received a lot of hip-hop in our applications. So we had a hip-hop stage. So we kind of, it all depends what comes in. But we try to mix it up, and we try to have it is a festival for the public, so anyone can come. You can buy tickets at the door. They're $10 at the door. So it's really cheap, considering I was going to see bands 20 years ago at $10. So it hasn't changed much. That's another topic of conversation. But we try to keep things affordable, but we want to really get people in front of these artists because we think they deserve to be seen and heard.
And now this is a comparison that has already been made in this interview, so I think it's fair to make it again. And since they were just in St. John, it's a worthy comparison. Is Festival 506 similar to the ECMAs in terms of setup, or is it different? How does it kind of differ?
Well, it basically the idea is the same, where it's an industry event. We bring people together. We reach out to delegates from festivals and different venues, and even this year we're bringing in some delegates from Germany to come and speak and talk about how the German market works and works over there. And there's a booking agent and a label, someone who works for a label. So, because there's a lot of opportunities when it comes to export. So in terms of what ECMA do on a regional level, we try to do the same thing on a provincial level. And a lot of the time, our event is used as a stepping stone towards ECMA, because artists who don't have a chance to necessarily get a showcase at ECMA will get a chance at our event. They'll be able to get, they'll be able to understand what it is to showcase, what it is to come to an industry event, not just to show up at your showcase and play and leave. The idea is to stick around, meet people, see other bands, meet other bands, and meet other people. And we also have what we call one-on-one meetings, where you can actually go to the website and look at all our delegates that we have there. We have a full page of all their delegates, and and our website's musicnb.org, by the way.
But you check it out.
Yeah. But the idea is that you can go and look at through the list of all of our delegates and learn more about them, what they do, and you can actually book a time to meet with them. They're 10-minute one-on-one meetings, and they're really fast. But the idea is that you have 10 minutes to make a pitch and to learn more about who they are and hopefully get them to be interested in what you do as an artist. So the idea is to bring the artists and the industry together. But in our case, we are also a festival where we want the public to come and meet the artists and learn about them. And since it's we're a provincial organization, we try to bring artists from all over the province. So we have artists from northeastern New Brunswick, like Caraquet, and we have a band coming from Edmundston called Sputnik, who are really awesome. From St. John's, from Fredericton, from a bit everywhere. A lot from Moncton, because when we go to a city, we try to program artists from that region. Last year we were in Miramichi, so we had quite a few bands from Miramichi, and this year again, some of those artists are coming back, like Dylan Ryan and Lion Salt. So it's not always easy, but it's a challenge trying to represent all the areas of the province in both languages. But I think we try. Well, I think we do a good job.
Yeah, certainly have to try to represent as much as you can, for sure.
Absolutely.
And speaking of what is represented, we'll roll it back. We've got about a minute and a half or so to talk about the nominations, the award show on Thursday. We have Jared Lutz coming up later on in the show. Very excited for him. He's nominated.
Great songwriter.
We had Ryan Hillier, who's nominated as well a couple of weeks ago.
Great songwriter.
What's being given away, and what's
well,
what's to look for?
There's the typical album of the year. We also have emerging artists of the year. We have a lot of industry awards, because there's a lot of folks that work in the background of artists and businesses. So we want to really make sure that they get recognized. And we have a lot of really great nominations this year. The board of directors for Music NB will be giving a Lifetime Achievement Award to Yolande Bourgeois, who's been in the scene, working with artists, working with organizations, and so we're going to be giving her an award. We do that every year, or the board does. It's a great award. It's a great show. The Galpines, Motherhood, Psy. These are the artists that will be playing at the awards.
Yeah,
so
this is the Tide and Bore on Thursday, by the way, and it is open to the public, so you can go check it out.
Jessica Ray, Psy, Laurie Leblanc, Mike Bigger, Motherhood, and the Galpines. So that's Thursday night at Tide and Bore, and there are tickets available on our website.
And classically, you would slow play it too, because Les Païens is also nominated.
Yeah, we are actually for one of our strangest albums, and we're really happy that we're proud of the album and we're proud of the nominations.
Yeah, so you would slow play that, but that's fine. Music, you're kind of wearing both hats with that. So Jean Surette, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks,
Mike. Should be an excellent, fun time next week for Festival 506 here in Moncton, Thursday through to Sunday. So be sure to check it out all around the city. And Jean, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.